Ladies and gentlemen, the first question that I'm going to ask and how we're going to start is with the masculine men. It's difficult to convince men in anything, and most of the times it will be too late when men discover that they need help. And for this first question, I'm going to address it to Dr. Tagwireyi. It's difficult for men to always reach out. My question is, what prevents men from reaching out before it's too late?
Thank you very much, Pastor Lenny, and thank you, Ruben, and all the esteemed guests for this opportunity to be able to sit here on this Independence Day. And thank you, Pastor Lenny. The most important person, I'm told, in any function is you.
Thank God.
Thank you. I went to, and I acknowledge my fellow panelists. So I went to a boys' school, from high school, Form 1 up to Form 6. The school that I went to, the motto was "Quit ye like men," which is a scripture somewhere in the book of 2 Corinthians or something, chapter 13. And in essence, it means we don't bow down, we don't give up, we stand fast. So the way that males are socialized, I believe, in our setting, especially in the African setting, I'm sure it's the same elsewhere, is such that opening up and showing your vulnerabilities is seen as a weakness. Wow. So I would rather semurume in Shona, njengendoda in isiNdebele, stick, and try to work things out by myself. And I believe that is probably one of the main reasons why, even going forth, men do not appear to open up even when they need help. Also, I believe, television, social media, they've also contributed to some extent, because there's a picture which is painted of what a real man is. In isiNdebele, they would say, "Indoda yamadoda, mrume warume," the big kahuna, the alpha male. And the alpha male is one who doesn't show their weaknesses. Yeah. If I get hurt, I would rather nurse the injury at home than go to a doctor. And I guess maybe without talking too much, that's my thinking in terms of why it's difficult for males to step out and look for help.
So, as a professor, what are the advices that you can give men now that at least it's opening up, and we see, yes, they are masculine, indoda. You said indoda what? Indoda yamandoda. But at the end of the day, these are the people that are, committing suicide. Yeah. These are the people that are lacking. These are the people that are, struggling more than women. So what advice would you give now to a man who has been having that wrong perception about opening up?
Yes. So I would probably take it from two levels. The first one would be the person themselves. Maybe let me first take with the higher level to say the ones who are in positions of authority and influence are the ones who perhaps should be having a change of mind and perception, because the way that males work is that once you see somebody that you think has got more influence than you, it's much easier for you to want to take a page out of their own life. So it would be targeting those men in positions of influence, that they, number one, have a mind change through such books, through interactions with other people, where you understand that it is okay. It doesn't make you any less man or male. Opening up does not mean that testosterone levels are now lower, but in the end, it's something which can actually safeguard you. And one of the ways to change the perception is through education. And by education, I'm not talking about really formal sitting in class, but even information dissemination as we are doing right now. So if we can be able to manage, if we can manage to catch those ones, be it the big politicians, the business people, the people that other men look at, and they start changing the narrative, and they start saying, you know what, I had an issue last time. I had to go and open up to my, whether it's a counselor, I went and spoke to my pastor or whatever else. Then it makes it much easier for the second level, the general person, the Dexter on the ground, the Ben on the ground, to then also be able to move in that same direction. So I think in a nutshell, that's what I would suggest.
Thank you, Doc. You know, men, it's, yes, it's masculine, but at the end of the day, if you look at what's happening in Africa, I'm an African, men are the most affected in mental health issues, in a lot of things. And once they are affected and it's too late to reach out, they are easily destroyed, and we have the highest death rate. Thank you so much, Doc.